We love sugary treats. From the first bite to the last, sugary foods bring us immense joy and satisfaction. That first bite of cake or cookie is pure bliss. It's like a little piece of heaven melting in your mouth. Why is that? It all starts with our taste buds. These tiny receptors on our tongue are the first to experience the magic of sugar. Our tongues have special receptors that detect sweetness. These receptors are finely tuned to recognize the sugary goodness. When we eat sugar, these receptors send a signal to our brain. This signal is like a message saying, "Hey, this is something good." This signal travels at lightning speed. It's almost instantaneous, ensuring we feel the pleasure quickly. It goes to the brainstem first. This is the part of the brain that handles basic functions. Then it branches out to different parts of our brain. Each part plays a role in processing the sweet sensation. One important stop is the cerebral cortex. This area is crucial for our conscious experience of taste. This is where we process pleasure and reward. The brain's reward centers light up, making us feel good. The signal tells our brain, this is delicious. Our brain loves rewards. It craves these positive experiences. It wants us to repeat behaviors that make us feel good. This is why we often reach for another piece of candy or slice of cake. This is how sugar's seductive power begins. The more we consume, the more we want. We crave that sweet reward again and again. It's a cycle that's hard to break, but understanding it is the first step. Dopamine is a chemical messenger in our brain. It's like a tiny package of joy. When we experience something pleasurable, our brain releases dopamine. This gives us a feeling of happiness and satisfaction. Sugar is a powerful trigger for dopamine release. Remember the brain's reward system? Sugar activates this system and floods it with dopamine. Certain areas of our brain are packed with dopamine receptors. These areas are highly sensitive to its effects. This surge of dopamine reinforces our desire for sugar. It makes us want more. This is why it's so easy to overindulge in sugary treats. The more we eat, the more our brain craves that sweet dopamine rush. Sugar's effect on the brain is surprisingly similar to that of addictive drugs. When we consume sugar, it triggers a release of dopamine, the same chemical that is released when people use drugs like cocaine or heroin. Drugs like cocaine and heroin also hijack the brain's reward system. They cause a massive release of dopamine, leading to intense feelings of euphoria and pleasure. This surge of dopamine creates a powerful feeling of euphoria, which is why these substances are so addictive. The brain's reward system is essentially being tricked into feeling an artificial high. Over time, the brain becomes less sensitive to these substances. This is called tolerance. As tolerance builds, the initial dose no longer produces the same effect. Addicts need higher doses to achieve the same high. This leads to a dangerous cycle of increasing consumption and dependency. This dangerous cycle can lead to addiction, where the craving for the drug becomes uncontrollable. The brain's reward system is now dependent on the substance. While sugar doesn't produce the same intense high as drugs, it can still trigger similar patterns of overconsumption and craving. The brain's response to sugar can mimic its response to addictive substances. Frequent and excessive sugar intake can lead to a tolerance-like effect, making us crave even more sugar to satisfy our brain's reward system. This can result in a cycle of overconsumption similar to drug addiction. Don't worry, we don't have to give up sweets entirely. It's all about finding the right balance and making smarter choices. The key is to enjoy sugar in a balanced and mindful way. This means being aware of what you're eating and how it fits into your overall diet. First, try to eat a variety of foods. Incorporate different colors, textures, and flavors into your meals to keep things interesting and nutritious. This prevents your taste buds and brain from becoming overstimulated by any one flavor. Second, practice mindful eating. Take your time to really enjoy your food. Pay attention to the taste and texture of your food. Savor each bite. This can make your eating experience more satisfying and enjoyable. This can help you feel more satisfied with smaller portions. It's not about depriving yourself, but about enjoying what you eat in moderation. Third, combine sugary treats with protein, fiber, and healthy fats. This combination can help you feel fuller for longer and keep your energy levels stable. This helps regulate blood sugar levels and prevents those dramatic spikes and crashes that can lead to intense cravings. Remember, knowledge is power. By understanding how sugar affects our brains, we can make informed choices about our diets and develop a healthier relationship with this sweet temptation. So, go ahead and indulge, but do it wisely.